Hey there, this is Clay, and today we're going to be talking about the fifth failure strategy that a lot of people fall victim to when it comes to trying to get back together after a breakup. Now, over the past couple of days, we've talked about the previous four failure strategies, and I hope you've learned a lot from those. But today we're going to really tie it all together with the last of those, and this one is called passive helplessness. And how this typically works is someone will, they'll start trying to get their ex back. They'll do things. They'll do no contact rule or active no contact rule. They'll hopefully be doing a lot of the things that we talk about in some of the other videos and inside the X Solution program. And then they'll kind of hit this wall of passive helplessness. And this usually goes something like this. It's something like, well, why should I be the one that has to reach out to them? Or I'm just going to wait for them to contact me. That way I know that they actually are interested. Or, something like, well, they broke up with me, therefore they should have to come back to me. Or something like that. And what this really does, it makes sense on a certain level. They left, therefore they should come back. But it also really disempowers you because it puts you in this very helpless and passive state where you're just kind of, there holding your breath, waiting for them to reach out to you, waiting for them to contact you, waiting for them to do something. Well, you're just kind of sitting there, suffering every day, counting the time, thinking, okay, are they going to call me today? And then getting disappointed when they don't. And then the next day, oh, are they going to call me today? Then getting disappointed when they don't. And what happens is over time, as every day that passes, you start to build a little bit more resentment or a little bit more hatred or a little bit more anger towards them for not reaching out to you. And what this does is it starts this like unhealthy emotional cycle that's really just going to poison you. And besides, beyond that, you don't want to take a passive approach to this anyway. You don't want to just sit back and, wait for things to work out. Or, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Or that thing about, letting a bird free, and if it comes back to you, it really loved you. You don't want to do that. Generally, when you want something in life, you have to go out and get it. You have to go out and do things, take specific actions to make it happen, to get it. Now, a lot of times those actions may not be apparent, and they may be a little bit counterintuitive, but that's really what you need in order to get things in life. I was at the grocery store the other day, and I saw a little kiosk for lottery tickets. And there was a little sign next to it, and it said, "What's the secret to winning? You have to play." And that's kind of how it is with anything in life. If you want to win, you have to play. You have to get in the game. I'm not saying you should go out and buy lottery tickets, but when it comes to anything in life, you have to be in the game. You can't just be taking a passive role. You can't just be sitting back and waiting for things to happen to you, waiting for things to come to you. If you wanted to be wealthy, it's not just going to come to you through some stroke of luck. You have to go out there and do something, whether that's getting a great job that pays you a lot of money, whether that is, making some sound investments, or, even if it's something that's seemingly by chance, like winning the lottery, you have to at least buy the ticket. Or, if you want to be healthier, if you want to be fitter, if you want to lose weight or something like that, you have to really take the time to study what it's going to take, to do what it's going to take, whether that's exercise, diet, healing emotional, traumas or anything, emotional eating, anything like that. And you have to really do what it's going to take to really get healthy and to really lose the weight. You can't just wait for it to happen or hope that it gets better on its own, or, just kind of be like, well, you know what, if I'm just going to lose weight, it's either going to happen or it's not. Because that's not, it's obvious when you say it that way, but a lot of times people have this kind of thought process when it comes to getting back together. They're like, well, why should I be the one who has to call? Why don't they call me? And you know what, if you believe that, that's fine. The only problem is they don't believe that. They don't believe that, and they don't know that they're supposed to call you. You've just decided in your own mind that they're the one who has to call you. And they're completely unaware of the rules that you've set up, the ideas that you have about who should do what. And ultimately, they may not believe the same thing. They may think, well, you know what, yeah, I kind of do want to see how that person's doing. I miss them. I still love them, but at the same time, I feel a little bit embarrassed because I left them, and I feel a little bit guilty because of all the pain I put them through. I feel like I don't really have any business reaching out to them or stepping back into their life unless they invite me. See, there's kind of like that two sides of everything, right? And ultimately, if you want something, you have to go out and get it. You have to take steps to go out and get it. You have to take action to go out and get it. So what I want you to do today is to decide. Decide if taking action and going out and doing things is worth it for you to have the relationship that you want. If it's worth it for you to put your neck out on the line a little bit, I'm not saying to do like anything totally crazy, but to actually exert yourself, actually put yourself in the game to really have that relationship. Is that worth it to you? Or do you still believe that you should take a passive approach, that somehow a great relationship is just going to find you? Somehow your ex is just going to come back into your life without you having to lift a finger or do anything? Is that what, if that's what you believe, then I can't help you. Mika can't help you. Nobody can help you. However, if you are willing to take action, if you are willing to put your neck out on the line, if you are willing to put yourself in the game and start playing the game, then yes, you can win, and yes, we can help. That's the entire reason why we made the course, the X Solution Program. And if you'd like to learn how we can help you do that, then go ahead and check out xsolutionprogram.com. But whether or not you decide you want to work with us or with someone else, or just kind of figure this out on your own, that's fine. But just please take this lesson that you have to be in the game if you want to win. So again, these have been the 5 failure strategies that keep people from getting back together, that really keep people struggling. I hope you've enjoyed these previous few videos, and I hope that you've learned a lot. If you want to learn more about how we can help you specifically, please go ahead and check out the X Solution Program. Otherwise, thank you again for watching this series.